Most people think the path to wealth is a color-coded spreadsheet. Track every dollar, cut the coffee, cancel the subscriptions. That is not a wealth strategy. That is a poverty management system with better aesthetics. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Budgeting, the way most people do it, will not make you rich. It will make you organized. It will make you disciplined. It might even make you feel in control. But it will not make you rich. And in the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why. Not to tell you to spend recklessly, not to tell you money doesn't matter, but to expose the mental trap that keeps millions of people broke while feeling financially responsible. There are 4 rules. Pay attention. Rule 1. The spreadsheet is not a wealth strategy. Let's start with what budgeting actually is. You open an app. You categorize your spending. Coffee, $47 this month. Dining out, $120. Subscriptions, $63. You feel a small hit of anxiety. You highlight things in red. You tell yourself you'll do better next month. Here's what that actually means. You just spent 2 hours of your mental energy calculating how to rearrange poverty. That's not harsh, that's mathematics. If you earn $3,500 a month and your expenses are $3,200, no spreadsheet on earth changes that gap in any meaningful way. You can track every single dollar with military precision and still be broke in 30 years. Because budgeting is a subtraction game. And you cannot subtract your way to wealth. Wealth is a multiplication game. Here's where people mess up. They confuse financial awareness with financial progress. Knowing exactly how broke you are is not the same as getting less broke. Awareness without action is just organized anxiety. You're not solving the problem, you're decorating it. Think about it this way. If your bathtub is overflowing, the first move is not to grab a better mop. The first move is to turn off the tap. Budgeting hands you a mop and tells you to get to work. The real question, the one nobody is asking, is why isn't more water coming in? Organizing scarcity is still scarcity. Rule 2. You cannot cut your way to $1 million. This is the rule that changes everything for people. There is a ceiling on how much you can cut. A hard, mathematical, unavoidable ceiling. It is called zero. You cannot spend less than nothing. You cannot cut below $0 in expenses, which means every single budgeting strategy in the world has a maximum upside. It is fixed. It is capped. And that cap is the amount you currently spend. But your income, your earning potential, that has no ceiling. None. Zero. The upside is infinite. A freelance writer who gets better at their craft earns more. A sales professional who sharpens their pitch earns more. A developer who learns a new framework earns more. A consultant who builds a reputation earns more. A small business owner who finds better clients earns more. There is no version of extreme budgeting that produces that outcome. You can cancel every subscription you own. You can eat rice and beans every single day. You can drive a 20-year-old car and never take a vacation. And you will still hit the ceiling. Because you are playing a game with a maximum score. Here's what that actually means in real numbers. The average person in a budgeting spiral tries to save an extra $200 to $400 a month by cutting. That's $2,400 to $4,800 a year. That is the ceiling of the cutting game. Now look at the other side of the equation. A single income skill upgrade, a certification, a specialized course, a high demand ability can add $500, $1,000, even $2,000 a month to your income permanently, every single month, with no ceiling on how high it goes next. This does not mean you spend without thinking. It means you stop treating expense cutting as your primary wealth vehicle. It is not. It never was. Cut smart. Grow without limits. Rule 3. Stop sweating the small stuff. Slash the big 3. Here's where people mess up, and this one is fixable fast. Open any personal finance platform. Look at what people obsess over. The $6 coffee, the $15 streaming service, the $12 monthly app they forgot to cancel. Meanwhile, they are paying $1,800 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment when a 1-bedroom would cost $1,100. They are financing a $40,000 car on a $45,000 salary. They are ordering takeout 4 times a week because they never built a simple meal routine. Do you see the problem? They are trimming leaves on a tree while the roots are draining them dry. Here is the truth about where your money actually goes. 3 categories, just 3. Housing, transportation, and food. These 3 alone account for roughly 70% of what most people spend. 70%. That means every other line item on your budget, every coffee, every subscription, every impulse purchase, is fighting over the remaining 30. Cancel Netflix, save $15. Cancel Spotify, save $10. Stop buying coffee, save $90. Total, $115 a month. That's your sacrifice. That's what you gave up for $115. Now, move to a smaller apartment closer to work. Save $500 on rent. Eliminate the car payment and insurance by switching to a reliable used car bought outright. Save $600 a month. Cook at home 5 days a week instead of 2. Save $250 a month. Total, $1,350 a month. Same person, same income, 12 times the result. Because they stopped trimming leaves and cut at the root. Here's what that actually means. If you want to budget, budget like a surgeon. Do not touch the small stuff until you have exhausted every option on the big 3. One ruthless decision on housing beats 12 months of coffee sacrifice every single time. One big cut, 12 months won. Rule 4. The brutal mathematics of your time. This is the rule that will either wake you up or make you uncomfortable. Both outcomes are fine. Meet Sarah. Sarah earns $4,000 a month. Every month, Sarah spends 10 hours budgeting. She tracks her categories, reviews her subscriptions, compares this month to last month, shifts money between envelopes. She is disciplined, she is consistent. At the end of 12 months, her budgeting habit has saved her an additional $40 a month. That's $480 for the year. 10 hours a month, 12 months, 120 hours of Sarah's one and only life. For $480. That is $4 an hour. Now meet Jordan. Jordan also earns $4,000 a month. Jordan also has 10 hours a month. But Jordan does not budget obsessively. Jordan spends those 10 hours a month learning a high-income skill. Copywriting, data analysis, digital marketing, UX design. Pick one, doesn't matter. After 12 months of focused, consistent skill building, Jordan lands a first freelance client, a small one. That client pays $400 a month. Same 10 hours, same 12 months, same 120 hours of a human life. Sarah, $480 for the year. Jordan, $4,800 in year 1, with room to grow every single year after. And here's the part that makes it ruthless. Jordan's skill keeps compounding. Month 13, Jordan raises the rate. Month 18, Jordan lands a second client. The number grows. Sarah's $40 a month saving? That ceiling doesn't move. Here's the point. This is not about Jordan being smarter than Sarah. Jordan is not smarter. Jordan just asked a different question. Sarah asked, "How do I spend less?" Jordan asked, "How do I earn more?" One question has a ceiling, one question does not. Here's where people mess up with this rule. They hear this and they say, "But I need to be responsible. I need to track my money." Fine, spend 1 hour a month on a simple financial review. Know your numbers, know your gap. That's responsible. That's enough. But 10 hours? 20 hours? Entire weekends reorganizing your spending categories? That is not responsibility. That is avoidance dressed up as discipline. It feels like progress because it is exhausting. But exhaustion is not the same as movement. You can run hard on a treadmill and never leave the room. Your time is your most non-renewable resource. You cannot earn it back. You cannot save it up. You cannot find it in a better account. Every hour you spend managing $5 decisions is an hour you are not spending building $500 skills. Your time builds wealth. Spend it accordingly. The closing, what to do instead. So here's the summary. Clean, simple, no fluff. Stop treating your budget like a wealth strategy. It is a maintenance tool. Use it like one. Give it 1 hour a month. Know your numbers. Protect your gap. Don't let expenses expand every time your income grows. Then take every remaining hour you were giving to spreadsheets and redirect it, ruthlessly, toward income growth, skill development, opportunities that have no ceiling. Audit your big three first: housing, transport, food. Make one ruthless cut. Stop sweating over the $6 coffee. Focus your energy on becoming worth more, not on spending less. Remember Sarah and Jordan. Same time, completely different destinations. The only difference was the question they asked. Stop asking how to spend less. Start asking how to earn more. Because there is a version of your financial life where you are not budgeting your way through your 40s. Where you are not color-coding spreadsheets at midnight wondering why it never gets easier. That version exists. But it does not start with a better budgeting app. It starts with a better question. Budget to survive, grow to be free.